Desiree is the ideal solution to decorate and furnish the walls of your house, hotel and office, permitting a splendid finish with the ease of application in any ambience from classic, rustic, elegant or contemporary. After applying with a brush or roller 1 or 2 coats of Adicolor Fondo Universale diluted with 20 to 25% water, tint the Desiree to the pre-selected color from the color chart, adding the tinter and mixing thoroughly by hand. If necessary, add no more than 10% water. To begin, dip your chip brush into the product and start at a high corner of the wall. Work your way down in a cross-hatch, an irregular movement covering the entire surface. Continue with this movement for approximately 15 to 20 minutes to allow the product to begin drying and setting up. At this time, use the Desiree distender and begin to lightly feather and knock down the surface with the light medium pressure and in an irregular motion. Continue with your paintbrush where you left off and proceed with the same steps until you have completed the entire room. Desiree is easy and easier for any professional or hobbyist to add great prestige to any project, making it special and unique. It is a finish which is washable and resistant and will add a touch of class to any ambience. Adicolor places a new version next to its already precious Desiree. The luxury version is different because of its gold, silver and copper flecks. Apply a coat of Adicolor Fondo Universale in the same color as chosen for the final finish. Dilute the Fondo 20 to 30% with water and apply it with a brush or roller. With the same colorants, color the Desiree Luxury to the desired color as described in the color chart to obtain the chromatic effect. Once the Fondo is completely dry, apply the Desiree Luxury in a cross-hatch and random movement with a chip brush. After having the product set up for approximately 10-15 minutes, knock it down lightly with the Desiree distender in a random pattern. Once the product is completely dry, you will be able to see the reflected metallic on the wall in hues of gold, silver and copper. Only Desiree Luxury knows how to offer you the class and elegance characterizing this magnificent product. Marmi e Graniti is the easy-to-apply marble, a painting system that reproduces the effect of a luxurious and natural stone material such as marble and granite in a truly simple and economical process. You can easily enrich the appearance of wall panels, columns, border on staircases or other, wherever you please in interiors or exteriors, in any of the 8 beautiful marble types chosen for you. Each type is supplied in a kit, available in 2 handy pack sizes, each of which contains the undercoat, the actual finish effect and the protective varnish in addition to the application brush, the special distender and the marker for the joints. Apply 1 or 2 coats of the supplied colored base coat, thinned with 20-30% water. Allow about 4 hours drying time. Then apply the effect finish unevenly to the surface with the supplied Desiree brush using short, crossed strokes. After about 10 to 15 minutes, when the product has just started to dry, lightly pass the Desiree distender over the product in crossed movements to reach the desired final effect. For the colors with less declared yield, ensure sufficient product is brushed on to reach the correct effect. You can create faux joints and block marks using the markers supplied in the kit. It is advisable to draw your joint marks with a pencil beforehand to avoid mistakes. You can now admire the exciting and incredibly pleasing designer finish you have created. The impressive success of Désirée, with millions of liters sold in markets throughout the world, has been the inspiration to create the new and innovative variant Désirée Chantal. The exciting effect finish with strikingly colored, pearly metallic flecks readily available in the latest fashion colors: sky blue, peach, pink, green, grey and lavender, all enriched with fine silver microgranules. Brush or roller apply a base coat of Fondo Universale, tinted in the same color as chosen for the final finish and thinned 20 to 30% with water. Color the chosen Désirée Chantal base to the desired tone by adding the Edicolor tinter as indicated on the catalogue. Once the Fondo is completely dry, apply the Désirée Chantal in a cross-hatch and random movement with the Désirée brush. After about 10-15 minutes from application, when the product has just started to dry, lightly pass the Désirée distender over the product in crossed movements to flatten the raised particles and reach the desired final effect. Once the product is completely dry, you will be able to admire this truly fascinating and luminous finish that will add splendor and charm to any interior space. Old Fashion is a decorative product designed for interior and exterior use on walls to achieve a finish of all times. The application consists of a rustic base which is applied with a plastic or stainless steel trowel and then colored with a glaze to determine the final appearance. For new walls or old painted walls, it is recommended that you apply 1 coat of Adifix in the recommended dilution. After this step, you can apply your base coat of Old Fashion with a desired trowel in a random and uneven manner to achieve a rather rustic look. After at least 3 hours, you can apply your top coat diluted 50 to 100% in the desired color with a sponge in a circular motion and not uniform. To obtain a patina finish, apply a coat of Velay with the proper Velay mitt. This application should also be applied in an uneven and non-uniform manner. When starting with fresh product on a glove, start 30 to 40 cm from the wet surface. Work your way into it to avoid excessive buildup of product and lap lines. Once fully dry, you can emphasize the finish by applying the Velay with the same technique as the previous step. Old Fashion gives the professional or hobbyist the opportunity to achieve a grand and prestigious finish with washability and resistance, and the satisfaction of achieving it on their own. All this with the ease of application. Sunday, the new Keras of Sand. Edicolor proposes a tone-on-tone texture to offer a new moving and decorative finish. Apply a coat of Edicolor Fondo Universale. Dilute the Fondo 20 to 30% with water and apply with a brush or roller. In the Sunday, thoroughly mix the tinter to the desired color as described in the color chart. With a chip brush, start by applying the product in a cross-hatch and uneven motion, distributing the sandier parts in waves and avoiding excessive amounts of products to the surface. As a last step, and once the product is completely dry, it is possible to enrich the finish with a top coat of Belay Silver and Gold, diluted 20% and using the same brush as was used in the application of Sandé. You will obtain a rich and elegant finish with silver or gold metallic hues. Sandé has the great advantage of being easily removed simply by wetting and scraping it off with a trowel whenever you should desire to change the decoration of your wall. Damaski is an elegant interior finish which is designed to give an ancient effect typical of Damascus, which has been used in authentic villas for decades to give a classic European ambience. The gold, silver or copper transparent glaze should be applied with a sea sponge or pad and will jump out at you once applied over a pre-tinted base and will give class and elegance to your walls with reflection of light. After having applied your desired base color by brush or roller, dip your desired tool into the product with care, using the least possible product and not oversaturating the sponge or pad. Start by applying the product on any point of the wall and with little pressure and rotating the tool slightly on release from the surface to give a circular and non-homogeneous look. You can then go back to certain points and fill in sections which may not look complete or evenly distributed. Damaski is a product which has been designed to be used by the professional finisher in demanding circumstances, as well as those who would like to decorate their own home or workplace, which is the ideal for the do-it-yourselfer. Easy and innovative, it allows anyone to obtain splendid decor, even those with less experience. Amire is the fantastic new decorative finish for interiors designed to give a personalized final touch to any coated surface. It is an easy-to-apply, high-resistant, transparent top coat enhanced with delicate and refined gold or silver glitter. The perfect complement to various products that will transform normal into magic. You can turn a normal paint into a special creation. You can enlighten and renovate decorative finishes of various types, polished plasters, or just anywhere you want to add a touch of personality. Ideal to create a special mood in any room and give a soft background ambience. It is important to mix the product thoroughly. Use a medium pile roller for application and before starting, run it over a dry surface to remove any excess product. Simply roll on one coat of the Amire to the painted surface in vertical and oblique movements. Ensure that the glitter is spread evenly and uniform on the entire surface. The seductive finish with a magical glow that will transform and distinguish any painted surface. Shade Type L is a smooth and eye-catching waterborne metallic paint that will evoke luxury and subtle sophistication to any wall or trim. It is supplied in 4 bases: silver, gold, copper and bronze that can each be tinted to new tones by adding the Edicolor tinter as shown on the catalogue. Apply a base coat of Fondo Universale thinned 20 to 30% with water. When dry, apply the first coat of Shade L to the entire surface with a short pile roller. Apply the second finishing coat evenly, remembering to always give a very light roll from the top downwards to get a uniform effect. A truly beautiful alternative that will give you spectacular results with the greatest of ease to enrich and enliven any particular area. Chaudet Type R is a fascinating waterborne metallic paint in a finely textured version that will enable you to create personalized patterns according to your taste and fantasy. You have 4 bases available: silver, gold, copper and bronze. They can each be tinted to new tones by adding the Edicolor tinter as shown on the catalog. Apply a base coat of Fondo Universale thinned 20 to 30% with water. When dry, roller or brush apply the first coat of Chaudet R thinned with 15% water and let it dry. The second finishing coat can be applied in various techniques as desired. Here are some examples for you. A short-haired brush to form cross-hatch or basket weave patterns. Always the same brush to form circular or wavy designs. It is also possible to get an attractive crumpled effect by rack stippling. Apply a couple of square meters of product at a time, then decorate by dapping the wet paint with a rack stippler, rotating and moving the stippler each time when it is in the air to prevent a repetitive pattern. Continue in this way, maintaining a wet edge till your work is completed. Chaudet R is the ideal finish to add a personalized effect, vibrant color and visual richness to any living space and style. Vernissé is the newest addition to Edicolor's range of products, which allows an easy and efficient way to obtain the classic look of classic Venetian plaster. Maximum elegance and high prestige from a high-class finish which is desired by all. Prepare the stucco with the pre-selected color and formula found in a specific color chart and mix thoroughly until the product is uniformly and evenly colored throughout. Apply the first coat of Vernissé, diluted at 10% with clean water, using a short hair roller or brush. After the first coat is fully dry, apply the Vernissé at full strength with a brush, as if you were using a spatula. Apply this in patches of 3 or 4 brush strokes and roughly 10 cm (4 inches) from each other, and quickly flattening or knocking down the patches with the stainless steel stander. Proceed with this technique until the remainder of the room is finished. Repeat these steps from the beginning, filling in the spaces which were previously left unfinished. Thanks to its formulation, Vernissé gives the opportunity to achieve the best results with great hidenability and a superb ease of application not typically associated with classic Venetian plaster. For a polished finish which is stain resistant, you can apply a coat of easy wax with a sponge. After 1 or 2 hours, you can polish the wax with a clean soft cloth to a brilliant sheen. It is in anyone's capacity to achieve the look of classic Venetian plaster with Vernissé. Sogni SK system is a modern and elegant wall decoration in which a main characteristic is the varying chromatic effect given by the angle scene. Apply a coat of Adicolor Fondo Universale, diluted 20 to 25% with water, with a brush or roller. Once completely dry, apply Sogni SK in one of the 9 pre-tinted bays or one of the 48 choices with the appropriate tinters. After delicately dipping the special pad into the product, begin to pat the walls holding the pad at different angles to create waves of a non-uniform pattern. Continue the project until you reach the corner of the wall. Sogni SK is washable and resistant and will give your walls the splendid richness they deserve. Travertino is a product in powder form, which was created to obtain the look of travertine marble with ease of application and low cost. It can be applied in diverse colors and tones to render a unique and unimaginable look with great fantasy. Apply a coat of Adicolor Fondo Universale, diluted with 30–40% water with a brush or roller. After removing the sack of powder from the pail, add approximately 5 liters of water. Slowly add 1/3 of the powder into the water and begin mixing with a low-speed mixer. Keep adding powder to the mixture until the stucco is consistent and uniform. If it is necessary, you can add up to 7 or 8 liters of water in total. After letting the product sit for approximately 10 to 15 minutes, begin the first coat with a stainless steel trowel covering the entire surface. Apply a second coat to the product and, as it is still wet, use the end of a putty knife or any tool desired to create foreground lines and blade marks. You can make as many or little lines as desired and to the length and width you desire as well. When this is done, take your stainless steel trowel and apply even pressure across the entire surface, allowing the product to polish to a high sheen until you have achieved the desired finish. Adicolor Travertino can be left as it is to reflect a natural finish or can be colored and protected with Velay or Velay Silver and Gold, diluted 40 to 50% and brushed on. To use Travertino for exterior, you must protect the finish with neutral or colored Velay. Velay is a Silsanic cream which is used to achieve a transparent patinated effect. Apply 1 or 2 coats of Adicolor Fondo Universale, diluted with 20–25% water with a brush or roller, and wait until it is completely dry. In the meantime, you can tint the Velay to the appropriate color and formula chosen from the color chart, mixing it thoroughly. Once evenly mixed, dip the Velay mat into the product and apply to the surface in a small or large circular motion, depending on the effect desired. Once the mat begins to become dry, re-dip and start approximately 30-40 centimeters (12-15 inches) from the wet spot and move into it in the same motion as before. Be careful not to oversaturate the glove, leaving excessive product on the surface, as this will leave lap lines. Once complete, it is possible to repeat the process in the same color to enhance the finish, or to use a different color and create a multi-chromatic effect. Velay is also available in gold and silver bases. These bases can be tinted and applied in the same format as the neutral Velay and will give an even richer and more elegant effect. Fast and easy, Velay is truly a product for everyone. Mizar Venetian for Marmorino. These are the classic finishes of Venetian plaster. The differences between Mizar and Venetian 4 are the formulation, Mizar being lime-based and Venetian 4 being synthetic. Marmorino is a lime-based plaster with aggregate which renders the finish to be antiqued. Apply a coat of Adicolor Fondo Universale, diluted with 30-40% water with a brush or roller. Thoroughly mix the pre-selected color with an electric drill mixer. Once mixed, cover the product and allow it to sit for a minimum of 8 to 12 hours. Apply the first coat of product in no particular motion or direction and no real pattern. Apply a fair amount of pressure with a stainless steel trowel to obtain a sheen which will add brilliance to the overall finish. Repeat the same steps again on the second coat to achieve the desired finish. Once the product is completely dry, it is recommended to apply a coat of easy wax to achieve a more brilliant finish and offer maximum protection. Veli Velluti is a truly special finish which renders a velvet-looking feel to the walls in hues of gold or silver. Caressing it with your hand will also give you the sensation of a valuable woven silk and velvet. Apply 1 or 2 coats of Adicolor Fondo Universale with a brush or roller, diluted 20 to 25% either white or in a color which is similar to the chosen finish. Mix the gold or silver base with the appropriate tinter to the pre-selected color from the color chart. Apply the first coat with a plastic trowel in an even and uniform motion, covering the entire surface. Apply a second coat of product in small or large movements to meet your personal preference. Before the product fully dries, you can pick the direction of the movement with the trowel, just as you can do with velvet. There's no need for any additional top coats with Veli and Velluti. It will give you room, color and a unique effect which will vary in different intensities of light. A wonderful product which will enrich the pleasure of living in your home. All Adicolor products are manufactured in accordance to the normative CEE regulations for the volatile organic compounds.